So, somebody asked me about my Christmas lasagna story. We'll get you a little bit of rundown. Like every writer out there, my mom is my biggest fan. She's working, right now she's looking for magnets big enough and strong enough to hold my stories to the refrigerator at home. So I'm sitting at church, my pastor's beside me. We're having a little bit of Bible study, we're having a little bit of a break, just chit-chatting around. Finished my story a couple weeks before, finally got it out there. It's stories about Christmas lasagna, all right? My mom gets it, finishes it, and wants to call and give me immediately her review of it. I'm at church, pastor's beside me. So I'm a little hard of hearing, phone call, my mom's on the line. When she calls, I answer. I'm a good son because she still buys my books. She pays money, so she gets it. So she calls, I answer the phone. Pastor beside me. I'm a little hard of hearing, so I answer via speakerphone. At church. Pastor beside me. Hey, Mom, what's up? Her words, she screams out, everybody's cheering, "You killed the little boy!" Look at the pastor, his jaw's on the floor, he's just staring at me. All conversation in the room has stopped. It's like, all right, I need to go out and take this. I go out in the hall, said, "Mom, listen, I didn't kill the little boy, I killed everybody." All right, spoiler alert, they all die. You watched Titanic anyway. The ship sank, everybody, there's no secret. It's the story. So, went out of the hall, said, "Mom, I didn't kill the little boy, I killed everybody." Did not help. Said, "Mom," she goes, "Well, why don't you write these horrible stories?" I said, "Well, because I had a traumatic childhood." She goes, "No, we loved you." I said, "Mom, why did you use past tense?" So an hour of me walking around through the church to finally calm my mother down, promised her I'm going to write a happy story. Just so the crowd here doesn't know, in the back of the room, I submitted a happy story to a Chicken Soup from the Soul. That's how happy it is. So I'll let you know in December if they pick that up or if I got to go back to murdering people.
I started writing at a very young age and never really shared it with a whole lot of people. But recently, since Dutch showed me his anthology book and asked me to read over his story before it was published and all, I said, "Okay, I'll do it if you'll read mine." And he called me up the other day and says, "You need to come to the meeting. Your story was great. I loved it. There's a couple of typos, but otherwise, it's really good. You need to come meet all these people and share with them." And I decided to, and voiced my second story that I printed out on him. The first one was about an archaeologist studying Lovecraftian in nature in the Southwest. The second one is about the mythological origins of the lycanthropoi, which it all stems from a curse of Zeus's son Arcus and his mother Callisto. And he has it now, hasn't read it, and I'm just waiting for the hammer to fall to find out how terribly bad it is. But also about what a curse immortality is.
My biggest fear with writing is rejection. I've written for a long time, so it's way back in the 90s, and I would submit a manuscript one time and the rejection letter, and I'd file them off. And then I started going through my rejection letters, and one of my rejection letters was what they call a rejection revision letter, asking for revisions in the book, and I had just tossed it aside. So that was my downfall. But there are many types of rejections, and you have to be open to the rejection revision and be willing to make changes in your work. And so I have grown since then, you know, getting published in Paranormal and writing mysteries now. So I feel like maybe I'm over my fear of the rejection a little bit, but it's something you have to grow with.